Hello and welcome to the Karen Mitches podcast. Today we have Jade Yurich.
Hi, it's a pleasure.
I'm really excited to have you, Jade.
Thanks for having me in your abode. It's lovely here.
Thank you. We're post-Christmas and I am wearing my favorite Christmas gift, which is a matching tracksuit.
Amazing.
Did you have any gifts you were super excited about?
No, but someone told me I should be rocking an Adidas sweatsuit. They said I have that energy, that vibe.
Is that a compliment?
I don't think so.
Like, is that who? I feel like the Adidas tracksuit has gone through different phases. Like, who's wearing that right now?
I guess guys like me.
Okay. I don't know. I support a matching tracksuit. I feel like it's a fun. You're kind of ready for anything.
You are, yeah. I mean, you could be athletic, you could be chill, you could be
lazy as fuck.
Just living your life.
Yeah.
Living your best life. Here we are, Karen. So happy. Throw some respect on Karen's name, y'all. Putting on this pod.
Thank you, Jade. Did you start comedy around the same time as me? Like 2023?
Yeah, roughly, yeah. I mean, I think my first time doing it was when I was 17, in front of my whole high school.
Oh, what?
My music teacher, Mrs. Williams, I was in the play Grease playing Kaniki, and she knew I could entertain, and she said, just
Which
go.
Which one's Kaniki?
Kaniki in the play sings Grease Lightning. Danny in the movie sings Grease Lightning.
Okay. So you had a pretty good voice if you landed this role.
Go Grease Lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile. Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. I got in trouble though. I mean, there was like different shows that we would do, like during the day, a matinee show for the younger kids and then a different show for the adults, and we had different lyrics to sing for the song based on the ages, and I always messed them up on purpose to make all the kids laugh. So it would be like the appropriate lyric was the girls will scream for Grease lightning, 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 and I would say the girls will cream for Grease lightning, lightning, lightning. So yeah, I got in a lot of trouble, but she knew I was a ham, and she said entertain the crowd for 15 minutes at a Christmas recital.
Yeah.
And I was growing up like going to summer camp a lot, so I got used to storytelling around the campfire. And I do recall this really funny story that someone told about an orange golf ball. And so I had this structure in my mind of this joke structure. And I took my best friend, Mackie Edwards, who'd recently gone through a breakup, and I made the whole orange golf ball joke about him.
Okay.
And him trying to get his girlfriend back. So everybody knew it was about him. So it was kind of a roast, while at the same time this repetitive kind of tease of a joke. It is a tease of a joke. Like it pulls the rug out at the end.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a fun...
Did it work? Like, did you execute effectively?
I never felt cooler.
That's amazing.
And I was wearing sweatpants.
I love it. I feel like I was expecting you to say you bombed. Because it's hard as a young person to know what it's going to be like.
I wasn't trying.
You were trying.
When you try it, you bomb.
Oh.
I've experienced that, where I've tried to be funny, or I thought what I was doing could be funny.
Yeah.
And then I bomb. Well, I've had some bomb stories. I bombed so hard. It was in Sault Ste. Marie. Again, similarly, it was years later at a place called Gore Street Cafe. It was like a laundromat. And everybody there was Red Hats, which are a group of older women, a play group.
Oh, yeah.
Where they like wear red hats and purple and stuff.
Like it's like an adventurous, fun kind of thing.
It's a secret feminist cult. But yeah, what you're saying.
Dangerous old bitches.
My grandmother. She was a queen mother, as they called. My other grandmother, not so much. She was just like a nominal member. But they were all there. That was the audience. And I was just telling like terrible, offensive jokes. Like one of the first jokes I ever wrote was... basically, I like food delicacies. I like trying different things. I'm adventurous. I have an adventurous spirit. And I tried in the Philippines, bullet, which is like a pre-fertilized egg.
Oh, my.
And so it's kind of like an egg soup. It's not meant to be eaten at breakfast. Let's just say that. Yeah. It's a delicacy. And my dirty mind was thinking of if you were to cook a penis and a vagina, at what point would you serve this delicious meal? Most people cough when I tell them the punchline. Yeah. I didn't even tell you the punchline yet.
The setup is a lot.
The intercourse. So that just thank you for laughing. But no, that night it was just total silence. I did some crowd work, tried to warm them up.
Oh my.
I asked anybody celebrating anything. Someone said, oh, it was their birthday. So I sang them the happy birthday song. And then I was like, anybody else? She was like, it's my cat's birthday. And so I said, meow, 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 meow. And I meowed the entire happy birthday song. When I got off the stage, my mom said, honey, I loved your energy, but I hated your jokes.
Oh my.
She was with her new boyfriend at the time too. So it just was like, it was awkward for sure. She's like, I don't know what you're doing here.
Mom's boyfriend. Oh no. Did he say anything?
No, he was actually quite nice about it. I think he admired the confidence.
Yeah. And he had to stay quiet because he was new.
He was a builder of canoes, so this was a whole different world for him.
Oh, okay.
But he was really nice.
That's a cool job, actually.
Shout out to him for being nice.
Shout out, you kind canoe builder, you.
And my mom, for the only time she was ever not nice. She's the nicest person alive. But yeah, no, I think she was still nice about it. But I think it's good to know that, like, be better.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we all have those, like the bombs and the it builds character.
Oh yeah.
Or it crushes your spirit.
Well, I think it's if you don't bomb, you're not humble. You know, I think it does humble you.
Yeah.
And you have to bounce back as well. And I think the bounce back is more interesting anyway. Like, we like a character that's gone through some hardship.
Yeah.
So across comedy, film, all things, it's good to see your character kind of try and get everything and then lose it all.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so you have this like musical side and the comedy side. How much of your stand-up right now is incorporating the musical?
Well, that's funny you say that, because I mean, when I was bombing, I was doing mostly like dad jokes and dirty jokes and just kind of wordy humor. And then I started bringing the guitar on stage, writing some songs and finding ways to incorporate music into just even one-liners and such.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to blend my filmic side of my brain, keep the music side alive too, keep those one-liners handy if I need them, but really get more into storytelling, callbacks.
Yeah.
And insofar as that storytelling goes, really use descriptive language to get my point across. So, yeah, I haven't done it yet. I mean, I'm still getting there. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but I'm trying to get to a
Yeah.
better place. Not to say that guitar could be part of that as well. And
Yeah. And I think like when I first saw you, you were just doing jokes, which I still like was laughing at your stuff, right? But I was pretty excited when you brought the guitar out because like you are very good.
no,
So it's great to see somebody who can like, you know, it's a real song, but then it's also funny. So that was fun to see like you pull that out. But then I do think like a lot of comedians eventually, like no matter how good your jokes are, want to pull it back to themselves with more storytelling.
yeah.
And for me, like, I'm really good at like having an opinion on shit, but it was harder for me to learn how to tell a story. I feel like I'm still growing that side of me and like trying to write outside of stand-up as well. So I'm in that same space of like trying to grow.
I mean, I commend Nathan Griffith, who was on here a few weeks ago doing your pod. I did a live stream with him just a few days after, and he mentioned the artist's way, like a spiritual path to artist growth and such. And I've started doing morning pages,
nice.
which I think is against the law to tell people that you're doing morning pages. Sorry, artist way. Sorry, Judy. Sorry.
Wait, why is it against the rules?
Because it's like sacred. It's like it's a ritual that you do in private that
like,
you spend time.
I've never done the artist way, but I feel like there's a whole section. I sometimes get TikTok content of people who are doing it, like, and I felt like maybe that's something I'm gonna do. And but I'm learning.
You want to do it? You want to start?
Do I?
I think anybody who's an artist, I mean, in any way, like, it doesn't even have to be like you're an artist by profession or trade, but just someone who enjoys connecting with their creative side. It's useful to sit down and do these morning pages, which is just a ritual of writing longhand 3 pages, stream of consciousness. It's kind of their hooky kind of concept of it is like you're connecting with God in the sense of your creative side.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like this idea of God, but more so with this open-ended, vast universe.
So I guess like I could do the morning pages without doing the whole artist's way.
You can just do morning pages. Just call them something else. You just call them something else.
Yeah. No, that's
Morning Pages
kinda...
trademark, artist way.
Because some of the stuff, like, I got into comedy doing like some stand-up classes through Second City, and my teacher there, like, he'd been an English teacher before, and he was pretty good at, like, he was a really good teacher. Like, I think some comedy teachers, it's just like a guy telling the class about his comedy career. But this guy was really good, and some of, like, what he would get us to do is, like, write on an emotion. So just, you're not trying to write jokes, you're just like, pick an emotion, angry, sad, and just write on that. So then you get the emotion going, you get your writing going, and that kind of like wakes you up. So I haven't been doing anything like that that's just sort of, I don't know, like, and I do struggle a bit with writer's block, so maybe just having something I do every morning to get me writing and like wake that part up.
It's technically like not supposed to even be writing, the way they put it. Like, it's, which can be a little bit troublesome, because it's like, well, what am I doing here then if I'm not writing? I'm putting pen on paper. But it could be anything.
Like, you could start recalling your dream, or just
totally
any thoughts coming into your head.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using it for different things. I shouldn't talk about it, so I won't. That's, you said,
yeah.
You asked what we can't talk about, Karen,
and
I said Morning Pages, and you brought it up, and now we're full into Morning Pages. You want to know about me? Read my Morning Pages. They're in my bag. Let's get them.
Do you have to hide your morning pages from your wife?
My wife wants to read them so bad. She wants to read them so bad.
She knows they're about her. Is he complaining about me in the morning pages?
They're about everyone.
It's judging.
Chapter 1. It was a bit of winter. Yeah. It's honestly, it's good though. It's good getting into consistency and habits and creative habits and making time for yourself to be creative. Anytime someone sits down and starts writing something, it's like, hey, what are they doing? So you really have to be intentional about where you do it. And the when. Like, it says morning pages, but I have busy mornings, so sometimes they're evening pages. But I do feel now like I've been doing it every day, that once you start doing something every day, it's, I don't know, it's good. It's good for you. I didn't take how to be an artist in university. I took film studies. So
yeah.
It's like a whole wide array of like different artists, their films, their finished films, the process of making them, the historical the historical context of why a lot of films happened when they did, and where we are now, where we're going, pop culture, communication, all that side of thing was what I really focused on. And now, since being outside of school, it's like I'm still focusing on all those things, but I still am always a student of figuring this stuff out.
Yeah. I took like an intro to film class when I was in university.
Oh, cool.
I feel like that's something like, I don't know. I love learning about film. I wish like I was in a film class right now. Just like, I feel like even without wanting to make film, it's just always cool to learn more about.
Film's the bomb, yo. I mean, do you have like a few favorite films? Like, what are some of your favorite films?
Okay, so like all-time favorites, probably like The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay. Matt Damon, Jude Law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
I want to say, do you know Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Val Kilmer and Colin Farrell? Or John Travolta?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr., right.
And then fucking Lady Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Which I feel weird including because it's newer, but I'm putting it in there.
Have you had any brushes with celebrities?
No, like I go to TIFF a lot, so sometimes like I've seen people like I've seen Kate Winslet on stage, but I haven't actually had like a
sit down.
Yeah. Actually, one time Jared Padalecki came into the bank I was working at, and like he didn't talk to me, but he was like getting help from like this guy who worked beside me, and then he was sort of like, my friend Maria came over and chatted with him, and I was like, I couldn't remember who he was. I was like confused about who he was, but I was like, I know this guy's famous, and I literally like watched his show. So it is weird. I think celebrity kind of fucks up the mind a little.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy to be a celebrity in the sense of like, or to be accepted by Hollywood, because there's only one rule in Hollywood, which is you cannot retire.
Is that a rule?
It's like it's like a law. Quoting Richard Dreyfuss, who I had an opportunity to work with back when I was just starting my film career, on a film called Astronaut, where he was the main character of. And
I feel like we should say this, what you do in film.
No, yeah. I mean, that's a loaded gun of a question because it's got a lot of answers. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So we can get into it, though.
Okay. But sorry, Richard Dreyfuss.
Hello, I'm Jade Yurich. And I'm a filmmaker. But I'm also a writer. Sometimes a director. I produce. I do some editing. Might even own a camera and do some cinematography as well. You might catch me in a post-production or a production coordinator role, or heck, you could find me even as a best boy grip if you are really nice to me. I've been a journeyman, so I've spent about 10 years in the film industry bouncing around.
Is a journeyman like a jack of all trades?
I'm just calling myself names, but essentially I'm just a guy with a love of making money, stinking film money. No, currently I work in the union doing post-production. Won't talk about the project I'm on, but will say that very grateful to have a job over the winter because it's a contract for about 10 months.
Yeah.
Which typically contracts in the film industry are much shorter. I've worked in various capacities on feature films and television and a little bit of documentary and commercial as well. And my main sort of priority is working in narrative, working in series and feature films. I just love building these worlds, these characters, and just seeing all the parts of the process too. My dream is to write and direct my own feature films and develop TV series, and hopefully as well with my performance side, bring that to it as well. I've been doing more like sketch and stuff. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I like it all.
Yeah,
can't pick one.
Sorry, Richard Dreyfuss.
So Richard Dreyfuss, I worked with him back on a film called Astronaut. And he had just had a back surgery, so he was pretty nimble. No, he was in rough shape. Well, so I was like, at one point, they had the dolly, which is like a big metal sort of thing on a track, and he was just going to the bathroom, and he stumbled and hit his head on the trolley and was on the dolly, and he looked back at me and just said, "Shh, he wanted insurance or anything to get him in trouble or anything." He was like, "I need to be on this movie." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And Graham Greene, rest in peace, was on the film as well. Amazing Indigenous actor. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey, Grandma, you have an amazing career. What are some of your favorite jobs you've done?" He's like, "Oh, I was a carpenter and a fisherman." This is a guy who was like in like The Green Mile and Oscar-winning films, like Dances with Wolves. He's one of the main characters. Anyway, Graham Greene was on that film as well. He liked being a carpenter. Dreyfuss was really cool. He broke things down. Apparently, him and Carrie-Anne Moss from Star Wars.
And Matrix?
Carrie-Anne...
Elizabeth Moss.
Carrie...
No.
Princess Leia.
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher and Richard Dreyfuss were like besties. And they would take all like the songs wherever they would say babe and replace babe with Jew. Oh my God. Say, "I love you, Jew." If it was like Baby by Justin Bieber, it'd be like, anyway, I won't do that. But you can imagine what it's like at home. But yeah, he was totally knackered. He was such an interesting guy. The director of that was Sheila McLeod, this lovely English writer-director who I was really grateful to work with and still work with her and develop her stuff.
That's amazing.
I love helping other people develop their things and be... usually the techie in the room because I'm younger. So I'm usually collaborating with some older creative folk and helping them kind of realize like what it takes to edit something, what it takes to graphic design things. So I do try and keep my skill set varied so I can be more of a valuable team member, I suppose.
Yeah. And then I got to participate in something you were doing filmmaking wise.
Yes. Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough on Richard, on Mr. Dreyfuss. Love you, Richard. Hope you and Stella are doing well. So I've been in this game a little while, and it's been tough for me to figure out how to write and direct my first feature film. I've wrote a few screenplays already. I've had some other writers come in and help me as well, and we had some great projects with some great momentum. But I sat down in March 2025, so at the beginning of last year, to write something, to write out experiences I've had with my dad, my father, Michael Yurich, who's a musician, and his life on the road as a musician, going through Northern Ontario and going through the experiences as I did as a kid with him through those places. And yeah, I started writing this screenplay, this feature-length screenplay called Roads, where it follows an estranged father with his teen son as they go on a road trip through Northern Ontario, and they kind of navigate their relationship. And at the beginning of the film, the son, Jesse, based on myself, is looking up to his father, wanting to be a rock star just like him, and through the journey, seeing kind of the errors of his father's ways, he kind of rejects that lifestyle in a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
And it's not really even about like music anymore. Like the film is really about, you know, kind of like the father realizing it might be too late for him to make it as a musician or to be like a successful, famous musician.
Yeah. But
it's not too late for him to make it as a father for his son. And yeah, that project, I wrote a little bit here, a little blurb about it, just to paraphrase myself, but it's this thing of wanting to be a filmmaker and then acting like one. So like sitting down and writing is such a, it's a vulnerable, difficult process, but I want it to get to a point where even myself with the script right now, like I'm going through drafts and redrafts, getting feedback. I've pitched it. I have had the idea kind of crystallize and become more clear, and then got some more feedback, and then it kind of faded away and went over here a bit. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly the right voice of the story and the story to tell.
I got to participate just in a table read, and it was really fun. And it was like, I don't know, it was cool. Like, I know you're saying you're still finding the voice, but it's very strong. And it is a lot of things, like, you do see what the father's going through. You see that point of like the son sort of seeing who his dad is and kind of like deciding who he wants to be. And then it also was just like, it's like a road movie, and there's lots of like chaos, adventure, wacky characters, like definitely a fun movie and funny, but also, you know, deep, and then set in Northern Ontario. So that adds a fun layer to it, like our small towns as opposed to, you know, the kind of American settings you see often in movies. So yeah, it was really fun to just be part of that read.
Listen, world, listen to what Karen said. Let's make this a reality. Let's make this movie happen.
And it shouldn't be that expensive, right? Like there's no explosions. There's no...
No, it's like I heard someone talking...
Spaceships.
You get feedback about like increasing the stakes and making sure that kind of the central dramatic conflict is strong, right? And in terms of like how the film plays out right now, like it doesn't have like this giant climax.
Yeah.
It has this moment where the stakes are there, but they're smaller stakes. They're the stakes of a father and son bonding. It's not about the father becoming famous and having a huge show or anything like that. I've gotten that as some feedback and something to kind of mull about. And then I heard Patton Oswalt on a podcast recently about like, we are in a time where you can't make films anymore that are smaller with smaller stakes, lower stakes. We like lower stakes. Lower stakes seem real to us. Like not everything is life or death, you know? So, in terms of like the way I wrote it to make it. I wrote it with the idea in mind of like, I could get on the road with 100K and make this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Realistically, I'd love to, you know, make it for $500,000 and have a month, you know, and have more time than less in terms of like perfecting every aspect of it if I could. So yeah, I mean, I want to, you know, put that affirmation out there, that artistic sort of momentum to get this project further along.
Yeah.
To see it realized. My dad's 78 years old. I want it done.
Yeah.
So he can supervise some of the music elements and to see it, you know, as it is.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to happen for you. I don't know how to say like that I know this, but I feel like you will find your momentum.
Oh, appreciate you for putting the good energy out there. It's not easy. It is not easy. Like you really have to find money.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, find money and the talent too. I mean, I'm really blessed to have incredibly talented people around me, because, you know, and people that are like no people too, like not just yes people. Like, I have people that, you know, humble me and are critical and keep me in check and tell me if something stinks, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think for artists is really important too. I mean, you need a nurturing environment as well, but you do need that, you know, that other side that's challenging you too. Not doubters, but like, you know, critical thinkers that just help you grow.
No, like, I did a first draft of a screenplay, and I had a bunch of mostly comedians and improvers who read it out loud. And a lot of people like could tell me sort of, they knew like, oh, it's something with the character arc, but like people didn't really know how to tell me like how do I fix a character? Like, it was so hard, and I ended up just like taking a second screenwriting class and finding like a teacher who really like was hammering at like the outline, and now I've been like almost like entirely rewriting it, but now I get like how I can make the structure work. And you do like, you need people who are honest, but also people who know what they're doing, because a lot of people can say like, I know this is off and you need to fix it, but they don't really know more specific than that. So you can't, you know, you need an educated person to get that kind of information.
The worst note someone can give you is, oh, I like that part, it was interesting. You need specifics. I think it's like, that's why I like editing so much and getting feedback on edits too, because you could just like lock in the time code and be like, this needs to be fixed right here. I think that we should treat writing in a similar way, where it's kind of like knowing where something happens, not necessarily the solution. Like, finding the solution yourself is very important. But knowing where things bump people is important too. I think we work in things that we want to get to an audience. So it's important to be good listeners.
Yeah.
You know, I think being a good listener is one of the most important things to be as like a professional, is like to be able to listen to someone and not just as we're having a conversation think of, oh, what am I going to say next? What am I going to say next? Like in my brain being like, my turn.
Yeah.
But really listen.
And then you think that feeds into writing?
I think it feeds into listening to feedback. And also when you're writing, maybe even if it's not a first draft, but just writing in general, where you're getting into a flow state, is not stopping your inner voice to get hung up, but to keep moving forward is good.
Yeah.
Rewriting is writing. Feedback is fickle, though. At a certain point, you just have to decide.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Because I see it sometimes in comedy, because I've taken multiple stand-up writing classes, and some people are really like newer comedians. They want a lot of feedback, and they get hung up on like one person's feedback, whereas like generally in comedy, you get to a point, you just take it to the stage and the audience tells you whether it's funny or not, and you sort of know things aren't working. So it's not so much about like my opinion on your writing and I explain why this joke isn't working. It's more just like the wisdom of the laughter coming from the crowd.
I mean, I think with feedback, so I mean, I audited a acting for film and television class where only the instructor gave feedback. And then I'm in a comedy class on Mondays with Kenny Robinson, with Nathan as well, at the Blackhurst Center. And Kenny gives feedback, and then everybody else does too.
Yeah.
And I find that it can get chaotic with more people giving feedback, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I record those voice notes, and I'm digging tags. I'm digging callbacks. I'm digging act outs. There's things that people are saying that I'm hearing that I think are great. And I mean, not to say that distilled feedback isn't good. I mean, you do want to get feedback from people you trust. And people who have done this before. So like, you know, it's important to prioritize, you know, the ones that you think are coming from a really good place too. Like
Kenny has the most experience, and it's going to be like the highest quality of feedback, but it's helpful to have those other people where it's other insight and just preferences, like, because it's not going to be one highly experienced comedian listening to your jokes. It's going to be a whole crowd of different people.
Well, Kenny's Kenny, but he's also, you know, his age, who he is as a man. You know, it's like listening to other voices that are different from that is great. I think angles is great. Someone might say a tag, but it would actually work better for them. So it's also, you know, picking and choosing. I think being selective and writing less well and finding ways to condense my writing structure as a comedian is something I'm always trying to work on. But it is true that like, unlike writing for film and television where you push a screenplay around and you get feedback on it, people read it and see if they get the story, and they look at all the different aspects of story that were, you know, kind of ingrained into us. Like, oh, this central dramatic conflict. Are the stakes high enough? What happens in Act 1? The call to adventure. Like, what is the inciting incident? How do you track all these things? Whereas, like, you just do a silly fart move on stage and it gets a laugh. It's like, boom, that's a successful thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it is about this trial and error basis, though. And film laughs are different than stand-up laughs, too.
Well, then it's funny, too, because, like, if there's, like, 5 of us in a comedy class together, like, you and I could be doing very similar, like, genre of comedy, but like one guy's whole comedy could just be like that he's a weird fucking dude and he's just saying things in a weird kind of character, and it's like you can't be like, well, no, you have to tell this percentage jokes, this percentage stories, because this is how it's done. Like, there's so much more like leeway for things being totally different.
I do think that starting with a funny is good. Like, starting with a laugh always is a confidence builder for people. I think reading the room is key too to that, right? Like, I am noticing it more as I go to more shows too, and I'm around not just mics but shows. You know, it's like where you pick up the energy that was just left by the previous person, right?
Yeah.
In those first few minutes, then you define yourself. Then you find you get into your material. But
yeah,
I had a show in Hamilton where basically like my host Hari Ramesh was had this homeless bit that he did.
Oh, I love Hari.
And his homeless bit is great. And then we had Manola Santanos come up and call back all of Hari's jokes in a swift, fluid 30 to 45 seconds of just rolling laughs of like, the callbacks were incredible, right?
Amazing.
So I think it's just like, that's part of the listening thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Listening and then devising a plan.
Yeah, because it's like, the stand-up is kind of alive, so it's not the same thing every time. So when you're doing something in that current room, it matters what happened just before.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to be doing both of these very different things, but kind of having the similar goals with both.
Yeah. Do you feel like the stand-up is making you funnier as a screenwriter?
Ooh. I mean, I definitely think that eavesdropping life helps with both. Like, the funny stuff you eavesdrop in life can be used in on stage or on the page.
Yeah.
I think spending time in the community, the stand-up community, the sketch community, for sure, has made me sharpen my tools. But I would say I've always been kind of funny. Like, I feel like, if anything, it's just more like developing more confidence in taking risks to like try not to be funny on stage and just to exist, you know? I think I've done a lot of mics where I'm just like, I'm going to go do material and hit these jokes and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to walk off and I'm happy about it. But when I'm loose, playful, and letting myself not just be dictated by the list of jokes that I've strung along in my head, can also be a fun place to live. So a balance. Yeah. Balance between, what was the original question?
If the stand-up was making your...
The edible has kicked in. No.
If just like the stand-up was making your
me funnier.
Screenwriting funnier.
Right.
But like, I liked that answer, like that.
Eavesdropping
because it sounds like you're the eavesdropping on life to me is very helpful. I feel like that's something I need to do more of. But also I like that you're sort of like challenging yourself as a performer, especially because it feels like you have like a life of like experience performing in different ways. Like you seem like you already have quite a lot of mastery, but you're still like giving yourself new challenges. Which
Thank you for those affirmations, Karen. With you and your confidence on stage and your ability to slice the crowd up, slicing and dicing. If you could do any 5 other jobs, what would they be?
I think we mentioned this just before we started recording, but grade 7-8 teacher. Right. I think I'd like to be a therapist.
That's a good format.
Yeah. This is just me being an unlicensed therapist. Yeah. There's a lot of jobs I'd like that I have no talent for, like visual artist. Like I was one of those kids, like it would be kind of like a joke if we were sitting around the table in like art class, like my drawings, my crafts were always like messy and shitty. But I love visual art. So if I see anyone like painting or crafts, like sewing, I'm just like, I want to, it feels like witchcraft to me. It's so magical and I'd love to have that. And then I guess musician too, which is another thing, like no skill in that area. So
nice.
And I'd like to be a detective, which I don't even think is a reality job. Like
That's
think
6, Karen. Let's stop right there.
Okay, sorry.
No. Why detective? Sorry.
Okay, I know in real life detectives just look into like insurance fraud, but I want to be like a detective like in a movie.
Okay. That's a fun character to play.
Yeah.
Very good.
What about you? What are your jobs?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a sports commentator, like for the Raptors, like a basketball commentator. Like
you have the voice.
Like Chuck Swirsky was my favorite when he would, when the Raptors looked like they were about to win a game, he would say, "Get out the salami and cheese, mama. This ball game is over." And I would eat salami and cheese every time. So, I mean, it kind of paired my two favorite things. Basketball and salami and cheese. And then when someone would drain a three, it'd be like, "Onions, baby onions." Yeah, he had some really cool catchphrases. He ended up going back to Chicago, and we got Matt Devlin in his place, who's picked up the slack and been absolutely wonderful. But yeah, I like the idea that, like, you know, if that was a potential job, like doing the voice and getting to watch basketball every day, that I would be really satisfied. I think I watch basketball almost like it's like jazz to me. Like it's musical in the sense of how I watch basketball. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot too, like the style of play in the NBA and the ways that teams are just, the offense is just at a higher level, and injuries have plagued a lot of, you know, what makes watching a whole 82 game season exciting. Just so many injuries. But yeah, I mean, like, I just really enjoy basketball from a young age. That was like my favorite thing.
That's really cool.
And yeah, it definitely was a confidence builder for me as well. Like being able to shoot threes and be like someone who'd get a bunch in a row. And I get really competitive when I'd play basketball too. And I'd want to play the people that are better than me and really try and prove myself to them.
Nice.
So yeah, basketball player would be another one. Dream job for sure. Probably play like shooting guard or small forward based on my size, even though when I actually played in high school, I was a center.
Are you tall?
I'm like 6 feet ish. If you give me heels, like 6'3", 6'4". So we'll say 6'5".
Do you feel like what used to be tall isn't tall anymore?
What's tall?
Like, I feel like tall used to be 6 feet. If you were 6'3", that was freakish. And now it's like people are like 6'5". I'm like, why are there people 6'5"? Like, where did it, you know what I mean? Yeah, no,
I hear you. Yeah. They are not that good at basketball. Usually it's like 6'2", 6'3". It's like 6'5". Yeah. Like usually they kind of walk around a little awkwardly too. But then once they get a little...
6'3" is when the back problems kick in.
But if they get coordinated, they're making the NBA. Yeah. Hands down. If they're European, done. If they have an itch at the end of their name... So basically I'm saying, put me in heels, I'm making the NBA. Not the WNBA. But my name is Jade, so I'd have a chance. At least
Are we getting a WNBA team?
Yeah, they'd probably let me into the tryouts and then be like, "Wait a second. You're not Jade.
I identify."
Come on. There was a movie called Joanna Man back in the day that was literally that story.
Should we address your name and how you got named Jade?
Yeah, I mean, my name is a big part of who I am, I think.
Yeah.
I've kind of grown into it. My name at birth was Jade Leo Michelle Robertson.
What the fuck?
So my mom gave me 2 girls' names. My older brother gave me Leo, which was named after his favorite Ninja Turtle at the time, Leonardo. Yeah. I like to say it's short for Leonardo da Vinci, but it's not. It ain't. And then Robertson, which was my mom's stepdad's last name, but when my grandma divorced my grandpa, she changed all the kids' names back to her previous husband's name, but he died. So my mom's last name is not her real last name. So she gave me that name. And then when I was like 25, 26, my dad called me on Father's Day and was like, because I always used to write my name Jade Robertson Yurich because my dad's last name's Yurich.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, why is your name not Yurich?" And I said, "I don't have a lawyer." But then I thought I did make a lawyer friend. So he commissioned a document for me and I did a legal name change. I dropped the Michelle only because
like a French
it was a friend of my mom's who had a birthday in May as well. So I was born in May. So
A male friend or a female friend?
It was a female friend. So I just felt like the two girls' names was like, don't be mean to women. They'll name your son Jade. Dad, that's on you. I could have changed it to Michael, but I just dropped the Michelle and I made it Jade Leo Yurich.
Yeah.
And now I get constantly mispronounced as Yurich, or I put down on a open mic slip signing up once, Jade Yurich like itch, for the pronunciation. Now presenting Jade Yurich like itch. So yeah, I mean, my name is a girl's name. I say, my dad named me after his favorite stripper, which is not true. I think my mom named me after a wizard from the Yukon that had a little blonde boy named Jade, I think. She told me that once. I don't know if she was being serious or not. But there are wizards in the Yukon.
Crazy. I didn't know we had wizards in the Yukon.
You got witches in BC. You got wizards in the Yukon.
Okay.
You got Bigfoot somewhere.
Yeah, I got to learn more about the wizard community, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're out there. We're in Toronto. There's a few. No, I kind of, growing up, I'd always get like, oh, Jade, you got a girl's name? Like, I've had a lot of people say that to me. And I think there is a thematic consistency with having a girl's name like Jade and then the Boy Named Sue song by Johnny Cash, where it's like, but the father names him Sue, and then he goes to like kill his dad at the end of the song, and he's like, how could you give me this awful name? And he's like, I gave you that name to be tough. No one would mess with a boy named Sue. It's just ironic I'm from the Sioux.
Oh, yeah.
But SOO, not SUE. Anywho, yeah, I don't think I would name my future children a girl's name if they're a boy, but you never know. Might not mess them up, might make them stronger.
I really like the name Courtney for a boy.
Go by Court, like what would be the short form?
The head of the Bank of Canada is called Tiff Macklin, but it's like short for Tiffany, which I guess was initially a man's name, and then a lot of these they move into being women's names, but they're initially anyway.
I've thought of some potential names if my wife and I.
It's kind of like I probably wouldn't do it. Like I'm not gonna have kids anyway, but it's a weird idea. It's like, yeah, it's just a lot to put on someone.
Probably just name him after me. Just name my son Jade.
I guess what I think is like, if you're an adult man who can carry your girl's name well, that's really cool. But you don't want to sort of like bank on that your kid's going to do well with it, because what if they don't? I also think a lot of people, like, they give their kids these like really cool names, and it's like, I think you have to take whatever name you're thinking of and just picture it on their dad or your brother, like, like on actual adults from your family, because you can't just be like, my son's gonna be called Rocky and think like they'll be a tough, cool guy. Like they'll just be like the men already in your family, so it might seem weird as a Rocky. There's
some white people problems, having like weird names, but it's like names are it's crazy how much a name is who you are, and also in what we do, like how a lot of people change their name as well, like, not to say I've thought of doing that or like have landed on anything, but I think there is something cool about like, choosing and choosing your own identity. And I think that's kind of, ever since changing my last name to Yurich, I definitely have wanted to know more about my Croatian background. So I've gotten to learn about that, which is cool.
I have a Croatian background as well.
Hey-o.
My mom's last name was Rajasic.
Rajasic?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Rajacich.
Oh, so you had okay. Yeah, you have that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, change the spelling maybe, because nobody can guess it.
They changed the spelling of Yurich. It was Juric originally.
Juric. Yeah, because people would be like Jurich.
Yeah. So I thought maybe I'll name my son Yuri Yurich.
You should do judo.
Judo or Jude? Judo. Hey, Judo. Judo, get in here. No, I meant the dog. I don't know why it's like, yeah. But we'll see what happens. God willing, I won't name my son Jade. But it could be good for a daughter. But then everybody's going to call her a stripper.
Yeah, I like the name Jade on a woman.
You like it on a
hate
woman?
when we do this thing and we say like certain girls' names are like
stripper names.
Yeah, I mean, I get how it happens.
I mean, you've
like,
got a
name. Do that. I've got I've got a famous name, but I didn't always.
When did it really happen to you when your name kind of started to change?
Like, I think I was in my 30s.
Have you considered a name change?
No.
Never.
No.
If you could, what would you rename yourself?
You know what's so weird? Like, when I was a kid, I wanted my name to be like Amanda or Ashley, which, like, it's hard for me to think now why I thought those were cool names. Like, they're not bad names, but they're just sort of like, they are girls' names.
And they start with A?
Yeah.
But you got K.
Yeah.
I have a good friend also named Karen. Just a good friend.
I think my thought...
You know who you are, Karen. You Karens know who you are.
Shout out.
We got a good one here.
But I think growing up, I always thought it was like the name of like it wasn't really old fashioned, but it was like as a teenager, I'm like, this is like a 30-something-year-old woman's name. Like, it was a little bit dated. It was a little bit boring, but it was like, well, I could have a weird name or a bad name. So, not too bad. And then it became like a weird name.
I'm trying to recall. Have you done any material on your name?
Yeah. My first bit I ever wrote was on my name.
It's a good place
so I
to
don't
start.
do it a lot because it's old, but it is like, I'll pull it out a lot on a book show because it's a good like hello to the audience.
For sure.
Like, if you're like a big fat guy, you got to kind of come out and address that. So I have to, it's good for me to like mention.
What are you saying? No. I've eaten a lot this Christmas. I wore black because they said it was slimming. Just fix this up a little bit. Up my posture. Well, you also have Mitches.
Yeah.
Which is like plural of a dude's thing. Like an ownership of a Mitch. Mitch is something. Mitch is plural.
Well, I did a regular book show for a while that was called Funny Bitches with Karen Mitches.
Hey.
And I'm not great at producing, but I feel like if I go back to it, I like that show name a lot.
Yeah. Any rhyme, you got me.
Yeah. So in a way, I feel like my name, I always thought of it as kind of like a regular name. Now I feel like it's a good name for comedy. It's memorable.
Oh, yeah. You don't even understand the power of which you wield. The power of Karen. It's like Karen, and Quran. But we'll keep it consistent.
So wait, I want to go back to, because you mentioned the show in Hamilton. Was that the special recording?
I guess we can call it that. It was something happened. I don't know how special it was.
But you recorded a special.
I did something. I got all my closest friends and family together. I had my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, my uncle-in-law, my cousin-in-law.
Oh my God.
And it went really well. I had a plan.
Yeah.
And I executed it. My wife, Angelica, directed. And one of my best buds, Hari, hosted.
I love it.
He did an amazing job hosting.
He's so good.
Oh, yeah. And he is so good. Shout out to Hari Ramesh, the cousin of M. Night Shyamalan. Plot twist, I'm not lying. No nepotism. No nepotism. Don't ask. Don't tell.
Okay.
Shh. We didn't say anything. But yeah. I produced it. It was my first show I kind of produced, in the sense of like sold tickets and filled the room and promoted it and went through Eventbrite, filled the room, which I was really happy about.
Yeah. That's half the battle.
Yeah, it is half the battle. And now on the other side of it, I have about a 23-minute short especial with a bit of music and comedy jokes, and even just a real song that I wrote that is special to me.
Did you do your song about looking like Paul Bernardo?
I did. It killed. It was like one of the best parts.
It's such a crowd pleaser. It's so good.
Oh, well, thanks. And shout out to my dad, Paul Bernardo, like out there. You see me, you look at me, you're looking at me right now. I'm looking at you. And Carla, look at the path you brought him down. She's, running free while he's in prison.
It's crazy.
Rotting away. I miss my dad. I miss my father. I miss Papa. But, he's a terrible person, and he did terrible things. So he's getting what he deserved. I'm just the beautiful thing that was created in his terror. I'm a terror child. It went well. The song went well. I did a sperm bit that did well too. I'm still working it. Part of me is like, I wanted to hang up some of the stuff I did, like to put it kind of away, in the sense of like, I've enjoyed getting laughs from these things.
Yeah.
And I want to now move on to other things. But I did realize some things as I was doing that, which is I still have further to go with the sperm bit, even though it kind of feels like it's in a good place. And in terms of my playing guitar whilst telling funnies is like a thing, so I think I'm going to do more of that. Keep the guitar close, not necessarily rely.
Because you do like the songs, but then you also do a little bit of like...
like traditional stand-up, but whilst plucking.
Yeah, and it has like, it's hard to explain. It has a fun vibe to it. Like,
yeah, and if the song or if the joke kind of bombs, then I could just go and like have fun, be silly, live in the good and the bad of it. I think it is totally like drugs and alcohol are a crutch. Like having a guitar is a total crutch, in the sense of like it puts one thing between me and the audience, and I'm immediately that guy with a guitar. It's like the guy at the campfire with the guitar. It's like, come on, this is what we're gonna hear right now, and then they're like, oh, it's actually kind of nice. Keep going.
Yeah, I like musical comedy. I don't, when it's done well. Like, do it well. So it's like,
we've got some good ones in the scene. We got some good musical comedians in the scene for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Makes me think of Rebecca
McDonald. I had her on here. I haven't had her on, but Sylvie Santos is a favorite of mine. Just like to see around. Mm-hmm. Ray Gallimore.
Totally.
Obviously, she's like a fucking high level musician as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it also blends well to improv, in the sense of like playing around as well. Whereas like I used to do that at summer camp. Like I'd have a guitar and I'd just be making up songs all day with the kids, and they'd be like, offensive and weird and funny. And I think that's also something that I'm starting to realize as well, is like, I do really enjoy what we do, performing to adults in rooms where there's alcohol sold, and we're getting different types of laughs. Sometimes they're silly laughs, sometimes they're dirty laughs, sometimes they're, just relatable bits about being human adults. But I do think that my silliness definitely works with like, teenagers and kids.
Yeah.
So I do think like that might be something I should also be thinking about, is like making sure a side of my voice can also be brought over to them. I could have a bit of like an 18+ style, and then also a style that's not necessarily cleaner in the sense that there's no swears, but like it would still hit offensive points, but just for a younger audience that wouldn't cross the 18+ line,
Yeah. Because I think like when you aim something at a young audience, like you don't want to patronize the audience. Like they're still smart in their own way. They still like offensive things and things that critique, their world. It's just they're a different audience.
I like tricking people. I like putting people in a place where was he just serious what he said? It must be a bit. That must be a bit. Something I've enjoyed doing more recently is doing mistakes on purpose.
Ooh.
And saving myself. Because it makes it seem like it's an authentic miss. Oh. But then I set it up so it's not,
Yeah.
Just like referring to my gay friend Jay. I mean, my gay friend Jay. I mean, what? Or, like just starting a bit and being like, oh, that's not the bit. And like just being okay about drawing attention in a meta way as well. I did a clown prov class with Ken Hall. And it was awesome. It really allowed...
Improv, but clowns.
Clown prov. So clown, the idea of like incorporating the audience into what you're doing. Clown is in like leading with your physical body. Clown in the sense of, it's a meta sort of invitation. There's no like honk kind of like, it's not miming. It's not running around in makeup or anything like that. It's more so just creating funny concepts. And I've seen some really amazing people in that scene do it. Emily Bleffers did The Math Magician and Itty Bitty Bat. 2 of the best shows I've seen.
Emily Bleffers? Mm-hmm. I don't know her.
Shout out to her.
And sorry, who ran the workshop?
Ken Hall. He also does storytelling, and I've heard that's a really good one.
I'm going to look him up. I have thought that I'd want to, like, I don't want to go fully into clowning, but like I would like to do like a 1-day clown prov. That sounds fun.
I've never even really done improv. I've just more so done clown prov, sketch, and stand-up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like I would have just assumed you would have had
like taken it. I mean, I've done it. Like I've done sets and stuff, but like most of my time on stage is spent either doing stand-up or sketch.
Okay.
I do like improv, and the improv sketch community is really supportive of character sketches, like coming in character and performing and improvising, but also having kind of a basis of what the character is.
Yeah.
So I do have something kind of in mind for that, or I'm kind of playing with different things in mind for that.
Are you doing much sketch lately?
So yeah, I just shot one actually. I shot a sketch right before the holidays. It's called Kids. And it's a sketch that I developed at Bad Dog's Sketch Studio Ensemble. Wrote it with another sketch partner there named David Schmidt. And it was based on a premise of basically like the couple with kids the couple without kids is going to a dinner at the couple who has kids' house. And they're basically being put under investigation because they haven't been liking the kid photos that they've been posting. So they haven't been as supportive enough in their kid's life. So there's just this whole sort of like intervention, and it's all done over a dinner. So I filmed it in 2 days and applied it to TO Sketchfest, and yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm just plugging something in
here.
here.
No worries. I'll take a sip of water. We like water.
So I feel like a lot of people are onto this TO Sketchfest. It's just like a competition.
Have you been?
No.
So there's Toronto Sketch Comedy Competition, which is run by Taylor Herjack and a small sketch group that is like doing amazing work. They did a Toronto Sketch Comedy Competition where a bunch of people submitted reels and short sketch videos, and then they had this wonderful competition where they screened a bunch. So I had one that I shot with Nathan Griffith that was screened, one that I shot with a guy named Keith Richardson, which is kind of based on me calling my dad and just him being really frustrated with Donald Trump. And I think and then there was another one with Nate Reynolds, Nate Reynoldson. I'm getting his name wrong. Sorry, Nate. I love you, Nate.
Nick Reynolds?
Nate Reynolds.
Nate Reynolds, okay.
Nate Reynolds, not Ryan. I have had a brush with Ryan.
You have?
Yes. On Canadian Film Day in 2020, I was watching The Whale, which is a documentary that Scarlett Johansson did when Ryan Reynolds was married to her. And he does the voiceover in it.
Oh.
And so I said, with my camera, I was like, "Happy National Canadian Film Day, everybody. I'm Ryan Reynolds enjoying The Whale." And then I panned over to him, like talking with the voiceover. And National Canadian Film Day reposted it.
Amazing.
And then he reposted it.
Oh my God.
So many people were like, "Ryan Reynolds affirmed that you exist." Like, no. And I sent him a bunch more videos to follow up, but he hasn't responded back. But I hear he's been busy.
I'm sure you'll hear from him eventually.
But Nate and I did a sketch back at TO Sketch, and it was with my dog Maggie. She was acting in it, and she stole the show. So Nate did a wonderful job. She's black. No, she's Kakan, which is Japanese.
Okay.
She's a Japanese tree dog. She likes to perch and hide.
That sounds made up.
Can't get them here, I'll tell you that much. Got to go across the border for those. She is the most beautiful, incredible, amazing light of God and light of dog that I've ever seen.
Sorry, because
she was a woman, I'd date her.
Trump, before we get away from this,
yeah.
Do you have a Trump impression?
No, but I could try.
Could you do Trump talking about Karens?
Karens are not so bad. Yeah, so just to repeat, Karen was asking about my comedy special, which is called I'm So Special, in brackets, not like that. And
I like what you did there.
It's been a bidding war. Jeff Bezos of Amazon offered me $500 million to release the special on Amazon. And Netflix kind of lowballed me with $400 million, although I've always been sort of a Netflix, girly. And I finally just decided, you know what? I'm just going to produce it myself and release it straight to YouTube.
Because you're a man of the people. I'm
a man of the people, and apparently you can post something on YouTube, and if it gets enough likes and comments and views, you can call it special.
I love it. Jade, I have really loved having you on.
This was amazing.
So should people just start following you, and then when it drops,
like home,
they'll see it? Like, yes.
I live at 2222 King Street.
But if we're following you on like YouTube, Instagram,
yeah, I mean, I think in this time of media and artists putting their stuff out, there's so many different ways to consume me. So I mean, you pick your drink, pick your poison.
I guess no one had taken your name.
No, I guess not. No. Well, I have my name on Instagram is Jade Yurich, JadeYurich, and I also post funny stuff on Jade Yurich Laughs on Instagram. I've got a YouTube channel with all the same stuff as well, and some of my short films. But yeah, just stay in tune. I got a website, jadeyurichfilms.com as well. So if you're interested in following me on a more close basis, feel free to email me, jadeyurichfilms@gmail.com, and we can talk about film stuff or comedy stuff. Totally down for that too. But yeah, I mean, like, it helped on TikTok too. I got it on there, but it's kind of like if you want the comedy side, there's a bit of that. If you want the film side, there's a bit of that. And like my wife and I, we do a travel account called Jay's Travels. So that was one of the other jobs I wish I could also have, was like a travel person that just gets to travel for like and try food.
Yes.
And take cool content,
I feel
do
like
cool videos.
I want to add that to my list too.
Musician was one of mine as well. I'm kind of doing it. The artist way was like pick 5 and start doing one of them.
Oh.
Like just start for a week. Just see what it's like. And I'm like, okay, I'll go play basketball. Okay, I'll start a podcast with my buddy on basketball. Okay, and I said chef. I'll cook some more. I like to cook. I like to try out cool recipes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the special will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that in the next few weeks. I'm hoping to lock that in. And I just released a short film on Christmas Day called After You. That's on my YouTube channel, and it's starring Andrew Packer and Joy Castro and Vance Banzo, and it's a cute little rom-com that I directed with my wife, and we're really proud of it. And yeah, it's called After You, and it's on YouTube.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thanks
Jade.
for having me. Thanks for letting me.
Great.
Yeah,